Alright, hello people, welcome back to Super Mario 64 with me, Profar. Alright, so tonight will be the final part of the Super Mario 64 live stream. I'm going to complete this game for like the 100th time at this point. I lost count, you know. I'm gonna beat the game for the 100th time, and probably in the future I'll beat it again for another 100. This game is just that damn good. Wait, hold on. A highly influential game. I mean, a lot of Super Mario games are highly influential, but this one especially when it comes to like when it comes to 3D platformers, you know. So we have 2 courses left, arguably the 2 hardest courses in the game: TikTok Clock and Rainbow Road. So it's gonna take a while, right? And then we're gonna kick Bowser's ass one last time. So let's enjoy the ride, ladies and gentlemen, in this lovely Thursday night. Tomorrow's a Friday, yay! So, without further ado, people, let's get started. Oh, okie dokie. Okay, let's see the progress. Secret stars. How many castle secret stars? Let me see. Just to make sure. Right, stars. Okay, 3. 15. So we got 3 more. It must be one of the toads. Let's talk to this toad again. Oh, I already talked to him last stream, right? No good. Okay. I'm gonna go there first. Oops. Hey, Mojave Knight, welcome to the stream. By the way, have you been keeping up with Mao? I'm keeping up with Mao. I'm on episode 4 right now. Well, sorry. Yesterday I just finished episode 4. Mario 67. Sorry, Mario 67. Yes, Pepsi. I know you like your brain rot humor. I mean, I don't blame you. I sometimes like brain rot humor. Not yet. I'm busy with episodes. I have the episode. Oh, okay. Wait. Ah, damn it. I want to fly. Oh, we're out here? That was embarrassing. I'm enjoying Mao so far, honestly, Mohammed. Have you been? Do you enjoy Mao? I'm liking what I see what I've seen so far. And no, don't spoil me from the manga. I don't read the manga. I want to watch the anime. man. No, not again. I just want to fly, damn it. I'll get that later. Dun, dun, dun. Are there any audio delays? Please let me know, guys. Okay. Tick-tock clock.
Let's go.
Yeah, the Song of Doom. The song that haunted me in my dreams. Hoppa. Ah, there it is. The first star. Simple as that. Here we go! Okay, let's do this again. Let's find the next star. Pop, 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 pop. The pit and the pendulum. It gets harder, honestly. Hey, have you tried Pete, Super Mario 64 multiplayer? Not yet. Not yet. Unfortunately. Because I don't have a friend to play with. Okay, let's go. It's upstairs. Alright, it's up the clock. I would love to play that, honestly, Pete. So, is it split screen or something? Just curious. How does the multiplayer work? I know I've seen some footage on YouTube where it's split screen. Oh, not this thing again. There's online play? Ah, interesting. Yeah, so I'm just curious. How does the multiplayer work? Is it like two simultaneous two-player in one screen, or is it split screen? Ah, there it is. No, no, no. That was close. Careful.
Here we go.
I don't think it's split screen. Ah, I see. So it's like simultaneous two players in one screen. Get a hand. Nope. Where's the hand? Wait for that hand. It's not local. Oh, so it's purely online. I see. Oh, speaking of online, do you guys know, for Dynasty Warriors players here, someone is doing a Dynasty Warriors Online Reborn project, so trying to get that game back up using like a local server. So Dynasty Warriors Online was actually quite popular back in like the late 2000s and early 2010s. Unfortunately, I've never had a chance to play that. It's basically like Dynasty Warriors Online uses the Dynasty Warriors 5 base. So yeah, what I mean is like it uses Dynasty Warriors 5 as its basis. Nice, yeah. There are some weapons, so it primarily uses Dynasty Warriors 5, but there are some weapons that were not, or like there are some movesets that were not in Dynasty Warriors 5. Like that game has a bow staff, a whip, like a gauntlets. Like there are multiple weapons and moves exclusive for that game, and unfortunately, I never had the chance to play it. I still love Dynasty Warriors 5, honestly. Stomp on the thwomp. Better be careful. Let's go. Get that one up. Alright, it's up here. Better be careful. Where's the thwomp? It's up there. How do I get up there? Oh. Ow. Oh, no, not that one. I don't want to get that one. get that. Coins. I'm so glad this music was also brought back in future Mario games. Like Super Mario 3D World and even Super Smash. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh. Maybe if you play Super Mario 64 again, try doing multiplayer? Sure. I need someone to play with me, though. Like, this song is so cheerful, at the same time it's torturing. Because the association with the song. Wait, I think I know who I can ask someone to play co-op, because you mentioned it's online, right, Pete? I think I know someone I can bring to play co-op. Maybe I'll ask Kuma Mandaki to do it with me. Yeah, maybe, perhaps I'll one day stream with Kuma Mandaki once he debut. Oh, no, no, no! Oh, oh! Or Morphe, yeah, or Morphe. Or Morphe. Yeah. Mind if I come? Sure. Yeah, we'll see. But again, that's a plan for later. Okay, now I'm stopping the time. Jump, jump, jump. Yep, thank you. Ah, great. I have to activate the clock. I can't do this. Bye bye.
Mamma mia.
Yeah, I have to activate the clock so I can get up. Oh, ouch. Let's run. Better be careful with these. Huh. No! There are so many long platforms here. Or long distance platforms. Okay, where do I go? Should I use the long jump then? That was close. Make safe ground. Okay. Careful. Ow. I fell down all the way here. Well, at least it's not the end of the stage. Oh, careful, careful! Ow! No! Oh. Heal me. That was close. You punch something. Okay. Careful! It's like, there's a fly. I don't know where there's a fly here. Careful. Oh. Zut. Push step. Careful. Oh, how high is this thing? There's the swamp. Okay. Finally.
Here we go!
I slipped up a little bit there. Time jumps on moving bars. I can do this. 3 more coins to go. Okay, careful. Give me that one up. Oh. All right, here it is. Time jump. Oh. Okay, careful. There we go. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Here we go!
Right, 2 more to go. Something, something flying in my in front of me. Okay, stop the time. Hup. Stop time for red coins. Yep. So you need to hit the long hand in the 12 hour. Yeah, let's get 100 coins as well. Let's hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Up you go. Now, okay. Careful. Oh. Ow. All that trouble just for 2 coins. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Mamma mia!
Okay, wait until the long hand strikes 12. Let's do this again. Okay, careful. No, I made a mistake. Oh, made a mistake. Let's see. Hello, Doomspace. Amigo, what's up? Nice to see you keeping Mario games. Yep. I'm going to beat this game for like the 100th time now. How you doing, by the way? Hope you're doing well. Looks like we cannot stop time for all the coins. Good luck with that, yeah. Da-da-da-ding, da-da-da-ding. Start. Can I get the rest of the coins? Yeah, looks like we have to start time. We have to start the clock to get 100 coins. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Here we go!
Okay. All the main 6 coins are they here? Let's collect the rest of coins. The rest of the stars.
Let's go.
Yeah, rest the coins, not the stars. I'll blow up these bombs. Mm. 10 coins, that's nice. Okay. 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 One up. Alright, be careful. Okay. Okay, careful. Let's get the box up there. Oh, that was terrible. Also, we have to jump from here. Let's see. Some more boxes. Camera is stuck. Oh. Let's jump there. Let's go back down. Looks like we need to get the red coins again. Hup. Hey, Pepsi! I'll go out of town tomorrow. Currently setting up my Digimon World 2 and Rogue Galaxy PS2 in my Steam Deck. Nice! Out of town. How long are you going to be out of town, by the way? Looks like I'm gonna be dwelling basements. Looks like I'm going to dwell basements alone then for this weekend. Back Sunday morning? Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna be a basement dweller by my own without you. He's not much of a Mario guy though, Pete, but yeah, maybe he'll try. If he's interested enough. $60. Yes! 6-7. Yeah, Super Mario 6-7. Very funny there. I miss when 69 is a funny number. Yeah. True, true. I mean, it still is a funny number. Not enough coins. What do I do? One more red coin. Hey, welcome to the stream, buddy. Congrats on beating it for 99 times. Hey, Lazark, yeah. I don't know.
Mamma mia!
What? God. Well, that's a moment for you. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Lazar. What the hell? That sucks, yeah. Never mind. We'll do it again. Well, that's a moment for you. Because you love watching me suffer. Ah! And I have to sit through this music again. go, let's go. Down. Let's get the red coins first. Alright, I think I have enough red coins. Let's go up. Ow! Let's do this again. Take my mushroom. No! 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 Mamma mia! Let's hit the. Let's hit one and go. Let's go. Now it's slower. Let's go. Boom. Oof. Yeah. Careful. Okay. Go down. Whee! Ooh, that was close. Okay. We can do this. Okay. Okay. Okay, careful. Okay, set. Go. There's another box there. Okay. Be cautious. Be cautious. Nice. There's a box of mushroom. Yeah, let's go back to the red coin area. Need some red coins again. This is a pain in the ass. Didn't get a single coin. That is embarrassing. Oh, one more. Patience. Oh, that was close. How do I get that coin? Ah, finally. Now to leave the stage. Let's just get a pre-existing star. Alright, there we go.
Here we go!
Okay, finally. Let's go back to this area. Ow. Ow. Yeah. With the cannon. Up we go. Nope. Give me that. Okay, red cap. Let's fly there. Grab the pole. That was close. That was a gunner there. How many coins do we have? 6. Okay, triple jump. One more. With the cap. Where is it? All the way up there. Lovely. Let's blast our way there. So much for blasting. Get a new cap. It is.
Here we go!
I think there's a toad here. Oh no. Okay, let's go to Rainbow Ride. Alright, the final course. And also the hardest one. Bop, 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 bop. Cruiser crossing the rainbow.
Go.
And this blasted song again. That was close. It's lucky too. Did you get it? Yeah, I got the 100 coins. I'm finally done with TikTok clock. Now I'm in Rainbow Ride. Another difficult stage. But this is the final course of the game before we get to the final Bowser fight. Just look at the design of the stage. You can tell it's a hard stage. It's our cruiser crossing the rainbow. That was annoying. Blue flame. Okay, let's go. Careful. There's the star. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Here we go!
Big house in the sky. Yeah, the total stars in Super Mario 64 is 120, just like Super Mario Galaxy. Big house in the sky. Okay. Well, we'll go to the right. All for a coin, that's silly. Let's try again. That was close. Getting 100 coins in this stage is gonna be difficult. Considering how spread the stage is. Careful. That was close. Almost disappeared. Okay, that's nice. Careful. Finally here. The one up.
Here we go!
coins amazed in a maze. It's red coin challenge. Los goes. There it is. Okay, so that's how you do it. It's important for later. Yeah, open the cannons. Let's go to hup. That was close. Okay, got it. Let's get the final star. And not the final star. Sorry. The red coin star. Who's next? Swinging in the breeze. There. Come on, come here. Oh, that was close. Okay, go up. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Here we go!
Three more to go. Tricky triangles.
Hegel.
You know, there. That was close. Comes first. Up here. Man, the more I play this game, the more I wish this game actually had a remake. Okay, let's go. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing.
Mamma mia! Hegel.
It is tricky triangles, indeed. Careful. That was close.
Here we go!
Alright, two more to go. Let's hit. Sorry. Hello, our world. Welcome. Hello, our world. Welcome to the stream. Mario again. Yeah, this is the last one. This is the last Super Mario 64 stream. Probably next year I'm gonna play a different game. I'm not sure if it's gonna be Mario or something else.
Peggle.
Somewhere over the rainbow. Nice little reference there. We're gonna hit 2 birds with 1 stone. About playing a Dynasty Wars game? Maybe, because it is Musou-mei, right? Hey, Profar in chat, of course. Welcome, Mura. You're just in time to watch me suffer in this stage. There's a Dynasty Wars game I really want, and what is that? How are you doing, lads? I'm doing good. Struggling in Super Mario 64. Okay. I am actually tempted, or like I am actually considering, once I'm done with Super Mario 64. As soon as I hear this music, it's torture. Yes. I am actually tempted to stream CTR once I'm done with Super Mario 64. Or maybe a racing game. I know it's, you know, Musou-mei, but I don't really have any Dynasty Wars planned for Musou-mei. Dynasty Wars Strike Force? We'll see. Which version are you talking about there? The PS3 or the PSP? Dynasty Wars Racing. We have Dynasty Wars Racing in Warriors Orgy 2. Ah, PS3, okay. Now that you think about it, when you mentioned racing, are there any like kart racing games on the PS3? I can only think of I don't recall any kart racing on the PS3. I played Multi-Raid 2. What do you think? It's good? Yeah, and Multi-Raid 2 is like the official return for Jiang Wei and Da Qiao. Kart racing, Driver 3. I like the fact that in Driver 3 you get to walk, you know, not just drive. You get to play as the actual driver instead of just driving the car. I mean, you can do that in Driver 1 and 2, but Driver 3 kind of like enhance the action aspect. You know, you can it's kind of like GTA. I know Driver came out before GTA, but you get what I'm saying. It was a Get Special newcomer. Yeah, Sai Wenji also made her debut in that game. Let's see. You know Sai Wenji, right? The character that people kind of forgot. I'll talk a little bit about dinosaurs later. For me, it's Zhao Yun. Only one I see, Little Big. Oh yeah, Little Big Planet Kart Racing. That. You got Sonic, but that's also on. Oh yeah, exactly. Sonic was also on PS3. These logs. No! Oh. Halo bro, malam. Halo Tantia, welcome to the stream. Maybe like I'm still gonna do Mario stuff once I'm done with Mario Kart 64. That is, like that's gonna be. I'm gonna change the topic. Like I'm gonna play a different game once I'm finished with my Mario Kart 64 video. Again, my original plan, Outer World, was actually to play Dynasty Wars 3 Remastered on March and April, and then we're gonna discuss more about Dynasty Warriors. Come here, you Goomba. Hey, he doesn't want to get stomped. Oh well. All that for a coin. I mean, Jack X is something even I never played, but heard really good. Hard DMCA intro music though. The intro for Jack X. Okay. Bangalore, Queens of the Stone Age. Yeah. Oh, by the way, someone pointed out to me that one of the soundtracks in Dynasty Wars 4, Eve, I think you mentioned this before, right? Eve in Dynasty Wars 4 inspired a Avenged Sevenfold music. Hail to the King, I think. I would not be surprised if it did, honestly. That was close. Not confirmed, it's just something that came out of mind. Yeah, I know, but it sounds similar. I think it's not confirmed that it actually was inspired by Eve, but it does sound similar. There are a few more I could add that sound a lot similar or pretty much the same. Well, for 100 coins. Like the trailer for Jack and Dexter has a theme that is the same melody as Dynasty Wars 4. I see. Six more coins to go. Now, how do I get out of here? I accident.
Mamma mia!
My God. I was so close of getting 100 coins, and then I fell down.
Peggle.
Stupid mistake. There's still so many games I want to stream, but haven't got the chance. I'm trying to make video content in this channel seasonal, you could say, or in a certain theme, or like based on certain themes of the day or the week or the month. Okay, like this season for me, it's all about Mario. Bang! Yeah, it's... Coin fell down. Yeah, it's like Fort Minor, Believe Me song and Dati Masamune theme from Sengoku Basara 1. Ah, I see. I kind of forgot what Masamune's theme in Basara 1 sounds like. There's a lot of blue coins. Let's take those blue coins. Now let's fall down again. The same as Fort Minor, believe me. Is that like that? Let's do this again.
Peggle.
Yeah, we need to get those 100 coins by obtaining all those blue coins. But it's time-based, so that's why it's difficult. Yeah, the later part of Masamune's theme is the same as the intro for that. I should take a listen. Yahoo! Ow, 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 ow. Lucky to come here. Come here. Ow. I missed one. Oh well. At least I got 53 coins, that's enough. Get out of here. Hello, Blue. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. I'm gonna beat Super Mario 64 for the 100th time. Third one. Okay. What's this? Fun info, Hamaguchi, the guy working on FF7 remake series, apparently completed Rebirth 40 times. Wow, that is insane. I still haven't completed that game on the first time. He completed that 40 times. But then again, is it real? Because it sounds too amazing to be true. Oh, speaking of Final Fantasy VII, there is a rumor floating around that the next Final Fantasy VII remake game, or Part 3, is going to be called Final Fantasy VII Return. I don't know if you've heard about that news, Mura, or rumor, Mura. Yeah, apparently he's looking for what is good and bad regarding the first playthrough with later ones. Yeah, that is one hell of a dedication. But that's good. That's good. It means he cares. That was close. Okay, I'll read the chat a little later, boys. Let me finish this. I do like when it comes to Muso stuff. When it comes to Muso stuff in this channel, I do want to stream Sengobasa to HD, Two Heroes HD, the PS3 version. Because that game looks beautiful, by the way. Ow. Ah, there you go. 100 stars. 100 stars. 100 coin star. Okay. This thing is blocking me. Okay, give me the star. Finally, Rainbow Ride is over. Wait. I think I missed one star in the castle. Let's see. Oh, I know where I missed it. Blue. So if are you here? So wait, I've heard a million different titles. I think they kind of wanted Reunion to be the title. But it was used for Crisis Core. And they kind of want to make the title starts with an R, right? All of the, so like Remake, Rebirth, Return. All three titles starts with an R. Okay, let's talk to Toads. Let's see. I just want to make sure I got the first one. Wait, I'm just double checking. I want to go to the basement first. Because I'm missing something. Look. I'm missing 2 stars. I know the last one is in Bowser's final stage. But let's see progress. Yeah, all 15 courses I've completed. Did I miss something here? I think I catch the rabbit twice. Wait, I just want to make sure that I've collected everything. Oh, Bowser in the Sky is its own star. I see. So yeah. 13. So I only missed 2 more, Blue. Apparently it's the red coins in the final stage against Bowser and also the final boss star. So that means I'm gonna have 120. I'm in the correct path. Alright, boys and girls. Are you ready? We're gonna kick Bowser's ass once and for all. Well, at least for this playthrough until I play this game again for the 101th time. All right, Bowser, here we go. Ow. You're not done yet, yeah. That was embarrassing.
Mamma mia!
Yeah, the last 2 stars are here, right? We start out with a whimper, boys. There's a red coin. I'm really glad that this theme was reused in Super Mario Galaxy for the Bowser stage. Yeah. Big star from Bowser doesn't count towards it. I think you're missing Peach's slide. Or I already did Peach's slide. Okay, just for making sure, let's go to Peach's slide. Because I'm pretty sure I did that in the first stream.
Mamma mia!
Wait, Peach's slide has 2 stars, not 1? Oh, okay. Ow. I see. Hey, almost there, Prof. Yeah. Vampir, welcome to the stream. Almost there. Yeah, so I missed 1 star here. I see. In less than 20 seconds, we can do this. Ah, almost there. No.
Here we go!
Yeah, so yeah, we need to reach a time record less than 21 seconds. I see. Let's do this again. That was embarrassing. Start. Yeah, let's do this again. Yep, potential shortcut, yes. Let's see if we can do the shortcut. Almost got it. Okay, okay. All right, let's do this again. Huh. All gas, no brakes. Jacob Fatu style. Damn, that was so close. Try jumping on the left side instead. I have a funny experience with this game. So I was counting my stars, it doesn't add up. It turned out I missed an entire level of the set. Yeah, so you could, like, here's the thing. The sand stage and also the second snow stage are missable. Because they're hidden in a secret wall. Ooh, got it. Yeah, exactly. He didn't know the sand stage was fake. It was in a fake wall. Yeah, so I'm just gonna give you some trick or like some advice here. Vampir. There's also a missable stage. It's course 10. Snowman's Land, like here. You go to this door. 29.9, yeah, amazing. See? this, you should jump to this wall because that's a stage. And as you can see here, there's a picture there, right? There's a painting in the mirror, but there's no painting here. So this is actually a main stage. And also Mura, since we played Clair Obscur, Mario 64, it was the original Clair Obscur because you enter a stage from through paintings. Oh, this one I found out. Oh, okay. Alright, now to kick Bowser's ass. Alright. One last battle, boys. Get ready. Bowser being the OG Renoir. But no, he's not protecting his family. You know? He's doing it so he can capture Peach. It's Bowser's attempt to marry Peach for like the 100th time. And also, speaking of Clair Obscur, Renoir is the main antagonist for Clair Obscur, right? But people say he's the villain. Renoir to me is an example of he is not a villain, but he's an antagonist. So I'm just saying this, okay? People say Renoir is the villain of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. In my opinion, at least, there is no true villain in Expedition 33. Well, there is. I'm gonna go into spoiler territory here. The villain, the real villain, is only mentioned in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. But he or they, entering painting is in Castlevania. Yeah, it's sure. Neutral. Okay, but okay. The real villain in Expedition 33 is not in the game, but he is, or they are mentioned quite often in the story. It's the writers, the one who caused the fire in the Desandria home. But Renoir is not a villain, but he is an antagonist. So here's the thing. People tend to, in most stories, okay? I think it's how you look at it. For me, Renoir is not a villain at all, but he's the antagonist. So an antagonist can be a villain, but an antagonist can also not be a villain. Sometimes a protagonist is a villain, right? So there's a difference between villains and antagonists. Villains are usually the bad guys, right? They do evil things. They do ruthless things. They basically do a lot of harm for many people, right? Antagonist, on the other hand, is the character that is the character that is the main obstacle, or like that is the main opposing side to the protagonist, right? So like your protagonist, Mael, Gustav, Verso, because protagonist means that a protagonist means it's the main point of view of the story, right? In Dynasty Warriors Origins, you got Ziluan. Ziluan's your protagonist. Why? Because you play through the game on his point of view. In Clair Obscur, your protagonists are, Gustav, Verso, Mael, right? Because you play the story from their point of view, and their main opposing point of view, or like the character that opposes their point of view, is Renoir, right? Basically, the character that causes the main conflict for the protagonist, it's Renoir, and also like the paintress as well. So yeah, Renoir is not a villain, but he is an antagonist. And in some stories, right, a protagonist can be a villain. For example, you guys know the anime Overlord, right? Ainz is a villain, but he's the protagonist of that story. If you want to go back even further, you know a Shakespeare story called Macbeth. Macbeth is a villain, right? But he's the protagonist of that story. And the antagonist of Macbeth is actually a hero, right? Or let's say Joker, for example, the original 2019 Joker movie. I don't want to say original, but Joker is a villain, right? But you get to see the perspective of Joker. Therefore, he is the protagonist of that movie. So, okay? So people tend to, mix up, or people tend to not differentiate between a protagonist and a hero, and also an antagonist and a villain. Because most times, the protagonist is the hero, and then the antagonist is the villain, right? So that's how I see Renoir. He's not a villain, in my opinion, but he is an antagonist to the story. And hopefully, just saying right now, hopefully, if I have enough budget, I'm gonna cosplay as Renoir and IGX. Painted Renoir, by the way. Not the curator Renoir, because, good lord, Painted Renoir has an amazing drip. If there's one thing that Renoir taught me in Clair Obscur Expedition 33, is that I need to dress better. Or just like in Death Note, the villain is the protagonist. Maybe Elle and Kira are both protagonists. Well, if you're like, okay, I haven't watched Death Note a lot. Who's the primary point of view in the story? Is it Elle or Kira? Because if the primary point of view is Kira, that means Kira is the protagonist, and then Elle is the antagonist. Light is the protagonist who becomes the villain. I see, but so it's like the first half, Light is the protagonist, and then the second half is like Elle, and then Light becomes the antagonist. Hard to stay focused too much on both. Ah, okay. It's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like Dynasty Warriors or Three Kingdoms, right? In Dynasty Warriors, the protagonist is of your choosing. Like, for example, if you play Shu, Liu Bei is the main protagonist, right? So in Shu's story, Cao Cao is the main antagonist. But if you play Wei, Cao Cao is your protagonist, and Liu Bei is the main antagonist. Elle's a detective chasing Kira, so he can't, in a sense, be an antagonist. Elle, again, let me reiterate. Protagonist and antagonist does not mean good or evil, or does not mean hero or villain. You can have a villainous antagonist, a villainous protagonist, and you can have a heroic protagonist. A heroic antagonist. I mixed up again. Elle is it? Okay, Elle. So he, in that sense, he can, in that sense, he can't, in that sense, be an antagonist. Elle is detective chasing Kira. But again, if the story's main point of view is Kira, right? Then Elle is the antagonist. You get what I'm saying? That's the case. Elle is getting on Kira's way. That's the case in Death Note. Yeah, again, it depends on your point of view. Okay, right? Or it depends on the story point of view. Again, the best example I can give is Three Kingdoms or Dynasty Warriors, right? I'm not talking about like heroes or villains. I'm talking about protagonists and antagonists. If you play Dynasty Warriors with the Shu Kingdom, right? Liu Bei is your main protagonist, right? Liu Bei is because the story revolves around him, and you get this. The story is based on Liu Bei's point of view, and the person who is against Liu Bei, okay, who like I say, who is the main obstacle or the main conflict that involves Liu Bei, it's Cao Cao. So therefore, Cao Cao is the antagonist to the Shu story. But if you play on the Wei story, Cao Cao is the protagonist. Liu Bei is your antagonist because you play the story based on Cao Cao's point of view. The opposing factor is the antagonist, be it good or evil. Exactly. The opposing factor or the opposing character to your protagonist is antagonist, whether he to be good or evil, right? So in Expedition 33, Renoir is an antagonist, but he's not necessarily a villain because he does have to me, he does have more heroic tendency than a villainous tendency, right? That's the thing, okay? And some people tend to mix those up. Some people tend to, because again, in most story, like I said, in most story, the villain is the antagonist. You look at the point of view of the hero. What would you call a story with two opposing characters as the focus? Are they both protagonists? Yes. In a way, it is, right? It's like in Three Kingdoms, for example. Three Kingdoms has a lot of characters. And per chapter or per episode, you get to see the point of view based on certain characters. Like, for example, I'm going to call it arc, okay? In the Guandu arc, okay, the Battle of Guandu, the main point of view is Cao Cao, right? The main point of view of the story is Cao Cao. Therefore, the antagonist of that arc is Liu Bei and Yuan Shao, right? But then when after the Battle of Guandu, the story focuses more on Liu Bei, right? The focuses more on Liu Bei, the three brothers, Zhao Yun, and his quest in Jing province, his quest to find the sleeping dragon. Basically on the way to, like, it's basically the Chibi arc, right? The Battle of Chibi arc after the Guandu arc. Now in Chibi arc, the main point of view mostly revolves around Liu Bei, his brothers Zhao Yun and Zhuge Liang, and therefore Cao Cao is the main antagonist of that arc. Or another example would be the movie Red Cliff, which, by the way, we need to watch the second movie. In Red Cliff, who is the protagonist of that movie? Two, right? It's Zhuge Liang and Zhou Yu, and they happen to be on the same side, right? Zhuge Liang and Zhou Yu, and the main antagonist is Cao Cao. The perspectives in which we watch the story would be the protagonist. Exactly. That's pretty much it. Here, our villain is a different edition. It's a different edition. Yes, too, Mr. Hura. Ow. Okay, let's continue. In Mario, it's clear, right? Mario is the protagonist and he's also the hero. Bowser is the antagonist and he's also the villain. Need to find red coins. Oh. Embarrassing. That I got hit by one tiny piranha plant and I fell down all the way. Sorry, bro, out of topic. Have you heard about streamers who were disturbed by spamming? Well, one of them is my friend, and I'm not like, if someone spam me with stupid shit, I'll ban them immediately. What is the definition of a great games? Don't need a good story? That's another topic I've been discussing, by the way, about story. Should games have good story or not? Or is like, does a good story constitute to a good game? My answer would be depends on what the game you're making. Like, if you're making like Super Mario, for example, it is not a story heavy game, right? The story is simple. Peach got kidnapped by Bowser. Bowser invaded the Mushroom Kingdom, and Mario needs to save the day. Simple as that. But the main appeal to Mario is mostly the challenge, right? The platforming. The platforming, right? The platforming is the main appeal to Mario, and the scavenger hunt, you can say, finding stars or moons in different games, right? That's the main appeal of the story. That's the main appeal of the game. The story is, as Todd would say, it's just work. But I mean, yeah, it's true. But although Todd Howard, right, has a weird track record when it comes to proving that, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, for a game like Super Mario, the story is not the focus. The focus is the platforming, the sandbox exploration, and the scavenger hunt, you can say, right? Hey, it's good to see you again, Marionette. I missed the DS port. Man, I missed that game too. It's just that it's hard to stream It's hard to play on the PC for the DS version, and especially stream it. So yeah, Mario is a game that's not about the story, right? A good gameplay overrides any story. Yeah, you can make a case about that. However, like, there are some games where the story is the focus. I wouldn't say the gameplay is bad, okay? But the gameplay kind of okay, okay? The gameplay kind of like take a back seat, but they're not bad. I'm gonna give an example. This is gonna be a little controversial. Metal Gear Solid. The gameplay, in my opinion, is okay-ish. It's not really groundbreaking, right? I think the gameplay is good, but it's not really like wow. I like, it's not really like wow in a way. Or let's not use Metal Gear. I think Metal Gear Solid does kind of have a good gameplay. Okay, I'm trying to figure out a game where, but okay, never mind. Metal Gear Solid. You can make a case of though Clair Obscure's gameplay is actually really damn good, right? I think Clair Obscure has both good gameplay and a good story. I'm trying to find it. Okay, for the sake of example, it's the same discussion like talking what is your ideal wife criteria. Yeah, exactly. To me, again, for the sake of an example, Metal Gear Solid. I'd say Metal Gear Solid's gameplay is good, but the gameplay takes a back seat or takes a sideline for the story. The story is really amazing. It's what people come back or what people come to for a game like Metal Gear Solid. It's a story heavy driven game. It's a heavy story driven game, right? The gameplay, as long as it's not terrible, as long as it's technically functional, and it did its job in a narrative standpoint, you can say, for a heavy story driven game, then it's good. So, in my opinion, at least, whether should a game have good story or not depends on what the game you're making, or depends on what the game depends on the focus of the game itself. So yeah, Super Mario 64 does not have a good story, but it has amazing gameplay. Although I will say, if you're making a heavy story-driven game, the gameplay should be in my opinion, okay? The gameplay should be engaging enough for people to want to immerse themselves. Because at the end of the day, it's a game, right? So it's kind of like if I scale the priorities, to me, gameplay slightly weight higher than a story for a game, right? If you have a good story but terrible gameplay, I don't think it's gonna work. But then again, it's just me, okay? Or if it does work, it's not going to be as replayable. It's not gonna be as replayable as a game with a good gameplay, right? It's the same discussion like talking what is your ideal wife. Metroid was never really about story either, but fans would pick NES Metroid with simplest story over Metroid Other M that has miles better gameplay. I haven't played Metroid, or I haven't played enough. Girl can be kind and also beautiful at the same time. Not necessarily you should choose one or the other. If you can both, why not? Exactly. I'm just saying from my point of view, which one is important, gameplay or story? So in conclusion, you can have, again, in my conclusion, depends on what game you want to make, right? Depends on what you want to focus on that game. Although, I would put gameplay slightly heavier, slightly on a heavier criteria than story. That's how I see it. Prof explained it well to me? Okay. Oh. Because there are games where it's just full story. For example, the Telltale games, right? You just ignore whoever judged your wife that doesn't meet their own criteria. You're the one who married, same as... But there are, like, if you're talking about which girl you want to pick, there are like certain criteria that should be heavy in the list. You know, like in terms of attitude. Right? Despite like the best one would be, oh, she's pretty and also had a good attitude, right? But usually, in most cases, the attitude weights slightly heavier than the look. Game equals wife. No, I'm not comparing games to wife. I ain't playing with my girls, okay? Girls are not there for play. I think that's not a good analogy. Smash my block! Womp. Ooh, save. Should you judge people who choose beauty wife and succeeds with their marriage? No, of course not. I'm not about, okay, I'm not about, I'm not talking about taste, okay? I'm talking about which one should be the priority, story or gameplay? And my answer is depending on what game you want to make. Or depending on what kind of game you want to have. It's not necessarily about preference. It's just the focus, which is also preference at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying, hopefully. Okay, my mind is fried right now. I can't think, I'm an idiot. To me, games like RPG should focus on the story. Or like, it also should focus on the gameplay, but RPG are most of the time story-driven games, so it needs to have a good story. Or the story should be immersive enough for the players. Hello, Orchi, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna kick Bowser's ass right now. Fell down. 3 more coins. Especially RPG because story is the main selling point in those games. Yeah, exactly. In platformers, it's not the story. The main selling game is the platforming. Is the challenge. In Dynasty Warriors, the main selling point is the hack and slash. You want to, it's the visuals, right? You want to beat up enemies as much as you can. And as flashy as you can. Should I make the video about that? That could be an interesting video. We'll see. Also, Pemburu Vampire, since you're here, we lost a Toku legend, Oba Kenji, aka Gaban. 33 star, wait. 33 stars, prof? 16. Not, that's 33 coins. I have 119 stars. One more to go. That's the coins, not the stars. Yeah, we lost a Tokusatsu legend in Oba Kenji. Space Chef Gavan. Yeah, some people say kesedihanku segede Gaban setelah dia meninggal. He came to Indonesia, by the way, 10 years ago. In Indonesia Comic Con 2015. And fun fact, he before Gavan, he actually played on Super Sentai. He was Denji Blue. I got disconnected for a while there. I don't know what happened. That was weird. Yeah, so Battle Kenya too in Battle Fever J. We back? Yeah, we back. I don't know what the hell happened. Stream interrupted. Come on, we're almost there. There's no time to be offline. Internet, please don't let me down. By the way, I have some friends telling me, one of them is Kioni, my quote-unquote VTuber mama. Like, whenever they see Mario, they can't help but think, they can't help but hear my voice. Even though I don't voice Mario. That's Charles Martinet, not me. Can't believe I typed coins and start. Final one. There you go, that's the final star.
Here we go!
Alright. 8 viewers, guys. Now we got a lot of viewers. As soon as I reach Bowser. Okay. Here we go. Listen to this boss music. Alright, GG, that's 120 stars. Yep. Love this Bowser theme. Sounds like something straight out of Castlevania, right? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Say the line? Well, hold on. Say the line, boys. So long, gay Bowser. Oh, it's actually so long, a Bowser, according to Charles Martinet. Not gay Bowser. Oh, now that works for Dracula too. Oh, fun fact, Dracula in Curse of Darkness was voiced by Douglas Ray, the voice of Cao Cao. Yeah, it does give off... Oh. It does give off Dracula vibes, Castlevania vibes. Come on. It's an amazing final battle theme. And Hector's voice actor in Curse of Darkness is Guan Yu's voice actor in Dynasty Warriors. In Dynasty Warriors 5 specifically, Crispin Freeman. Okay. So long, gay Bowser. Come here. Guan Yu versus Cao Cao. Got it. Yep. Ah, I missed. So long, gay Bowser. Oh, by the way, I can't. I'm planning to watch Mortal Kombat this weekend. I can't wait to watch that game. Sorry, to watch that movie. Ah, I miss. It feels almost random, this swinging mechanic. Hard to get it right. Yeah, it is. Douglas Ray is one of the GOATs alongside Steve Bloom, Crispin Freeman, Wendy Lee, and Yuri Lowenthal. Yep, I agree. Solo game Bowser. I'd put Charles Martinet up there as well. I love Charles Martinet. Douglas Ray, South South. I do like his. I do like South South's Dynasty Wars Origins voice actor. Brent Bukai. Ah, I miss. It's shaped like a power star. Oh. Ah, almost. Yeah, I'm fighting Jack Black here. Yeah, Jack Black voiced Bowser in the movie, right? Yeet of Destiny. Hit! Ah, almost. Noria Sigubasa Nobunaga is also voicing Dracula in Symphony of the Night. I might have said this before. Yeah, I know. I'm fully aware of that. God. Ugh. Is strong, yeah. Mario's one strong little man for eating Bowser like a pillow. Special ending? Not really. Well, here's the thing. If you complete 120 stars, when you play, when you pick the save file again, you can actually meet Yoshi on top of the castle. And, yeah. So, let's play the ending. Ten viewers, guys. Thank you so much. Let's talk after the stream. I want to have a little chat with you guys. Just a chill chat before Friday. Oh, really? You hate Fridays more so than Mondays? Why is that?
Mario! The power of the stars is restored to the castle. And it's all thanks to you. Thank you, Mario. We have to do something special for you. everybody. Let's bake a delicious cake. For Mario.
Good lord, I really love this song.
Mario!
So, this ending music is one of those music that really brings my emotion. No matter how many times I play this song really gets me. It's the theme for Simpler Times, yeah. Yeah, you could say it's a theme for Simpler Times. Yeah, it's okay, Orochi, it's okay. Let's not discuss it. Song When You Don't Have Burdens. To me, this is the song that helps me, you know, like relieve my burden. Like whenever I feel overwhelmed or just in a difficult spot, I usually put up this theme just to get all those negative emotions out there. Yeah, I mean, the theme itself and what it represents to me is what makes it so emotional. And by the way, this song is 30 years and I still can't get over it. Everything about this end credits just gets to me. Like at the end of the song, like Mario and his friends waving goodbye, and this line over here.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Yeah, you hear that? Charles saying, "Thank you so much for playing my game." No, Charles, thank you for bringing this. You know, thank you for being Mario for more than for what 30 years. Like when Charles Martinet retired as Mario, immediately I think of this song. And someone actually made a fan cover, Charles Martinet, make a cover music of a Charles Martinet tribute, and it's basically a lyrics version of this. Like, yeah, everything about this end credit is just it hits me in the it hits me in the kokoro, like like all the weebs said, right in the kokoro, because it represents not only it represents a childhood I have, right? Nice egg Easter. It represents my childhood, right? I played this game a lot. This was my second Super Mario. Sorry, this was my second Nintendo 64 game. The first one being Mario Kart 64, and I have a lot of good memories playing this back in Australia and even coming back to Indonesia. And 30 years later, I'm still playing this game. Like so many of them, so many of them. In the end, the song itself is emotional, and then at the end of the end credits, Mario, Peach, and the two Toads waving goodbye at you, right? Waving goodbye, then with a cake, and Charles Martinet saying, "Thank you so much for playing my game." Like, the fact that Mario's voice actor, Charles, went out of his way in the end credits saying, "Thank you so much for playing my game," that hits me, I won't say you're welcome. If anything, I'm the one who should be thanking. Like, thank you for bringing this game. Like, not only on a big level, on a larger scale, this game revolutionizes 3D platforming, like the 3D sandbox platforming. On a personal scale, this is my childhood. You know, like I could be here. I don't know, like 30 years later, I could be here in my 60s, still playing Super Mario 64, probably introducing to my grandkids one day. Who knows? You went to Australia. Yeah, I think I've told that story multiple times, right? I used to live in, like, I grew up in Melbourne. You know, I used to live in Melbourne back in 97 to 99, 2 years when my father took a master degree. And in Melbourne is how I got Nintendo 64, because I played Mario Kart as a kid, and when I visited family far away, made a friend there, and he had a Nintendo. I always impressed with how well it looked back when I was, yeah, exactly. And Mario Kart 60, I don't know which Mario Kart were you referring to. My Mario, the first Mario Kart game was actually Mario Kart 64. And I remember, it's actually going to be in my Mario Kart 64 video. We were like, the reason why my family bought a Nintendo 64 was actually to play Mario Kart 64. And the Nintendo 64 was quite interesting at the time. So prior to Nintendo 64, my family owned a Sega Genesis, or a Sega Mega Drive, where I am called, and also Super Nintendo. And both Sega Mega Drive and Super Nintendo only had 2 controller ports, right? It only had 2 control ports. We didn't know that you could play more than 2 players. Well, turns out I find out that you can actually play 4 players in Super Nintendo, but you need an extension, right? Just like on PS1. However, in Nintendo 64, the console already had 4 controller ports. So all you need is just 4 controllers instead of an extension. Had it not for Mario 64, we'll never have Crash. Actually, no. Crash Bandicoot, the first Crash Bandicoot came out the same time as Super Mario 64. Mario Kart 64, yeah, amazing game. So Crash Bandicoot came out the same time as Super Mario 64, both in 1996. If it not, like, they're both amazing platformers, yet they took the formula different. Mario 64 is the sandbox platforming game where it encourages players to explore the stages, to explore the worlds, right? Crash Bandicoot, on the other hand, it's more of a classic platformer. You go from one point A to point B. Yeah, Crash is more linear. You go from start to finish, but it's in 3D instead of 2D. It's like classic Mario. But this is more of like a hub sandbox open world-ish kind of game, right? But without Mario 64, we wouldn't get Banjo-Kazooie, right? We wouldn't get Spyro. Now, Spyro is a game that is more similar to Mario 64 compared to Crash Bandicoot, right? Jak and Daxter is a sandbox platforming game. Yeah, see, it's okay. Jak and Daxter is more of a sandbox platforming game. So it took a similar formula with Mario 64. But I'd say this. I love Mario 64. Okay, it's my favorite 3D platforming game. But objectively, I do think future 3D platformers, like the sandbox type, have improved from Mario 64. For example, if you are to ask me which one is objectively a better game, is it Super Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie? I would say Banjo-Kazooie. I think Banjo-Kazooie improved on what Mario 64 had. Like, you have larger stages, you have bigger maps. Banjo-Tooie is even bigger. You know, Banjo-Tooie has a bigger scale. And also, like, mechanic-wise, it had better gameplay mechanics than Super Mario 64, right? A lot of the later 3D, even Spyro, right? A lot of the 3D sandbox platforming have improved from Mario 64, right? Yeah, camera controls, absolutely. It greatly improves. Like, gameplay-wise, I've been playing Mario Galaxy again, right? So I'm completing the game once more, but this time with Luigi. Mario Galaxy, to me, is a contender to become my number 1 favorite Mario game, right? This is still an amazing game. I think this game aged really well, even after 30 years. And the reason why I still pick this as number 1 is mostly subject, like mostly my personal feelings towards this game. Because this is like, I've never like, this is one of those games where it, what was the word? It pulls my emotion. You know, this is one of those games that it really, like I said, the end credits alone gives me the feels, right? So this game overall is just, it hits me in an emotional level, right? So yeah, that's why I still consider this as my my number one Mario game. It's mostly on my personal experience, but I do acknowledge a lot of like the improvements that the 3D Mario games have over time. Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy, even Super Mario Odyssey, right? But Super Mario Odyssey, like I love that game, despite the scavenger hunt, like hunting for 1,000 moons, is a pain in the ass. That is like the ultimate challenge for a 100%er. Super Mario Odyssey, and some of the moons in that game is pretty damn cryptic. Now, Mario 64 is no stranger with cryptic not emotional damage. Not really damage. It's more like emotional touch. My emotions are not being damaged by this game. Okay, if you want to talk about emotional damage, you gotta talk about bad games. Okay, for example, Shaq Fu damages me physically and emotionally. All right, and I'm sure. What else? Like, now there are some games that I've gotten soft throughout the years, like Dynasty Wars 9 is one of them. But yeah, Dynasty Wars 9, when it come out, right, it damaged me emotionally. That's emotional damage. This is not emotional damage. This is emotional touch. You know, this is emotional affection. So yeah, I was Mario Kart. Yeah, so going back to my days in Melbourne, right? So I was raised in Melbourne before grade school, right? And we got a Nintendo 64 because my family wanted to play Mario Kart 64, and my family back then was just three people: my dad, my mom, and myself, right? So we bought a Nintendo 64, and we actually bought 3 controllers, right? We bought 3 controllers to play Mario Kart 64, 3 players simultaneously, right? Prior to that, like that was somewhat of a mind-blowing, like that was, for me as a kid, it was mind-blowing to be able to play 4 players simultaneously. I know I had, just because I'm a real mature person. Yeah. Last of Us 2 damaged me emotionally. I see. Yeah. So, but yeah, when I look at Mario 64, it was like the best graphics I've ever seen. Like I've never seen anything better than this. And it's to the point, like I said, it's to the point, Mora, where whenever I see, like even to this day, whenever I see a game with amazing graphics or a game that blows my mind, I always think, oh, it can't get better than this. We've reached peak graphical fidelity. That's how I feel about Mario 64 back in the day. When I play Mario Kart 64, Mario 64, and Zelda Ocarina of Time, it was amazing. Like you got a console with a cartridge and a 3D open world, like in Legend of Zelda. I was like, wow, this is the best graphics I've ever seen. How can they top this? You know, like what? This we have reached peak graphical fidelity, and then lo and behold, we got the PS2. Right, the PS2. Wow, GTA San Andreas is amazing. Wow, Resident Evil 4 is amazing. How can they ever top this? I remember playing Tekken 5, and I remember when I was in like junior high, I said to people, "Oh, Tekken is never going to get better in terms of graphics after Tekken 5, right? If we're gonna get a PS3, a new Tekken game on PS3, it will look just as good as Tekken 5." Because at that point, my silly little mind think that Tekken 5 was the peak of graphical fidelity. And lo and behold, we got Tekken 6, we got Tekken 7, we got Tekken 8. We've seen how Tekken 8 looks, right? It looks amazing, right? It looks, even to its predecessor, Tekken 7 and Tekken 8 looks night and day. Like the jump in graphics from Tekken 7 to 8 is astonishing. Playing with your parents, you're lucky. Mine as well as my older brother didn't allow me to play Muso games for dumb reason. Like, you cannot play as a female character. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, we all have our, like... Again, like, I have some good moments in childhood. Right? I have some good moments during my childhood. But there are also not so great moments during my childhood. So, like, there is a bit of, like, people... I've seen people, oh, I miss my childhood. I wish I could go back there. At some point, sometimes I feel that way, but when I look at the bigger picture, you know, like when I look at the bigger picture, I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I look at the bigger picture, the things that I have right now as an adult, I feel like if my childhood version would look at that, he would look at it as, wow, you have this? It's so awesome. Like, a lot of things, I only realized that many things that I have right now as an adult, as someone in his 30s, is something that I would love to have when I was a kid, right? For example, the simplest example, okay? Good friends. Friends that I constantly talk to almost every day. Now, this might be like a sob story, but when I was in grade school, junior high, high school, I didn't have a lot of friends. You know, I didn't have a lot of friends. I was the introverted guy. You know, I was the weird nerd in the corner of the class. You know, because with the corner of the class, I was that kind of kid. Okay, but as an adult, like, I've found new friends. You know, I've talked to multiple friends almost a daily basis. Like, for example, I talk to Mura almost a daily basis. I talk to Pepsi Man almost a daily basis. All right. I talk to my friend Kuma Mandaki almost a daily basis. And not just that, right? I'm in a point in my life, again, not only that I talk with my friends almost a daily basis, since last year, since last year, I've hang out with my friends almost every month. You know, like, I get a chance to go outside, go to conventions, go to... last week, for example. During a long holiday, I went to a steak dinner with Kuma Mandaki and 2 other friends. Like, my inner child would have loved that. Like, my childhood self would have loved to do that. Would have loved to go on, hang out with friends on a Friday night. Have dinner with friends on a Friday night. And I was only able to do that at my age, at my current age. So there are some things that I missed back in the past, but looking at the bigger picture, I feel like there are more things to be grateful. There are more things to be grateful now than reminiscing of what I had back in the day, you know? Like, yeah, I don't know. This is like, I'm what is this deep talk with Profar? Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, right? I just feel like I'm in a point, like, of course, like, lives are up and down journey, you know? Sometimes you have bad days, sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days. You know, it's part of life. You can't have good days forever, unfortunately. But the good part is you can't have bad days forever. Eventually, you're gonna have good days, right? And the way I look at it is that what I have right now, is a blessing. I have this YouTube channel, right? I would have never thought, as a kid that I would get to make videos discussing video games with where people are gonna watch me. And I'll shape you into the man. Exactly. That's true. Like, my childhood self would have never thought that I would be doing this, you know? Would have never thought that I would have a amazing Chad built PC, you know, streaming video games to people from all over the world. Yeah, granted, I'm not a big content creator, but, you know, I have audience from all over the world, regardless, right? My childhood self would never imagine that, and I got to do that right now, right? I got to do that right now. Talking about the games that I used to play and talking about the games that I'm having fun with currently. Sometimes... Exactly. The best quote ever in all of Dynasty Warriors, right? Some battles you win, and some battles you lose. Right? Exactly, and that's how life is. Some days are win, and some days are lose, right? You can't win forever, unfortunately. But the good news is you will not lose forever. At some point, you're gonna win big. And it's all up to you. Okay, I think that's enough for today, ladies and gentlemen. I wanna head out. You know, I wanna head out, and I'm pretty thirsty. I probably wanna make myself some drink. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm trying to get, like, seriously, when it comes to streaming, I'm trying to be more consistent with streaming as I make my videos for this channel. I'm going to stream mostly on Mondays and okay, my schedule for streaming is going to be Mondays and Thursdays unless I'm out of town for work. Okay, unless I'm out of town for duty. So yeah, that's gonna be all. A little update. And Mario Kart 64 is on the way. I'm still halfway through the script. Well, not really halfway. I still need to finish that script. So yeah, Mario Kart 64 is on the way. I'm trying to get that video as soon as possible because I don't want to waste too much time on one video. There are just so many videos that I want to make right now. So if you like this video stream, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support me a little bit more financially, join the Profar join the Profar membership, Superstar membership, only for $1.23 US. You get free emotes, not free emotes. You get emojis for the membership. So far, I haven't thought of any membership exclusive content, just emojis right now. But if you don't want to purchase the membership, that's fine. The best way to support this channel is to just sit back and enjoy the show. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night, have a good day wherever you are, and I'll see you guys next time.